All right, guys, welcome back to another training. We do this every Thursday. And today we did have it's meant to be a short training today. We were supposed to have a surprise guest that was going to help us tie the presentation into objection handling. However, he wasn't able to make it, but we will make it happen either next week or the week after. And we're going to cover the top 3 to 6 objections that you are getting today and how to handle them. However, we do have meetings every Wednesday at 9 a.m. The coach who leads these meetings is a 10X certified coach with Grant Cardone. And what is covered every Wednesday at 9 a.m. Pacific time is objection handling, role playing. So if you want to get better at the sales process, if you want to know exactly what to say to come on objections, this is the call that you want to be in. So we're going to get started with today's presentation. If you have questions, just please drop them in the comments. Feel free to unmute yourself as well. And let me make this presentation. How's it going, Lance?
Good. How you doing?
Good, good, good. Good to see you.
Good.
All right, let me present. All right, Lance, this is going to be applicable to, to every agent out there right now. And you as an agent of Houstir have a lot of support from us. So let's reach out. Let's work on see how we can help you get things going based on what we're going to talk about today. And you'll see what I mean.
Okay.
Today's training is basically how to get people to say yes, right? As an agent, you want buyers to say yes to you. You want sellers to say yes to you. You want to be able to persuade people to work with you. What do you bring to the table besides the value and how you convey that value to your audience? Is very important that you use keywords and you use very specific language a lot to make sure that they do say yes. Why is that important? Well, if you want to earn more money, if you want to make more commission, you have to be able to come across with a powerful message, right? So we are working on a very specific training right now with Alfred Galvan. He's the 10X coach certified I mentioned earlier. And we are building a course specific to how do you handle a listing presentation? What are the things that you need to do to prepare for that listing? What listing template Alfred uses to close more deals, get people to sign contracts? And what are the things that he does prior to getting to the listing presentation, during that listing presentation, and then also what he does after that gets him a very high conversion rate from phone call all the way to a closed contract. Okay. So why is this important to you? Well, we talked about buyers and sellers, but honestly, when you use persuasive language, you can use it across multiple platforms, right? Let's talk about your social media. How can you improve your social media bio to be concise, consistent, and to talk to the right audience? Are you a first-time home buyer expert, right? Are you only working with sellers? What are the things that are going to stand out from what you do versus everybody else, right? And really, how do you come across someone who knows what you're talking about, not only on your profile, not only on phone calls when you're talking to buyers or sellers, but also one of the things that we continuously push is video marketing, right? How do you get your videos to come across more confident? How do you make sure that you are talking to the right people? And how are you going to deliver that message so that there is actual content to be consumed? Okay. So, for example, we're going to talk about 3 ways you're going to be able to get better. And Lance, again, this is how we can help you. Rely on our team to help you push your business. One of the things that you have to take into account when you are talking to people are the difference in words that you use. As an example, and if you want a link to the video where we took this information from, comment video, we'll send it to you. It basically talks about a quick example of kids, right? They a bunch of researchers took a group of 4 to 5 year old kids and they had a messy room, and of course they asked for help to clean up. And the question was, can some of you, or can you guys help us clean this room? And the amount of people, or the amount of kids that raised their hand and actually started taking action, was not as high as expected. However, what they did is they changed the word, can you help us clean the room, to, would you like to be a helper? So changing the word from help to helper increased conversion, right? And we talk about conversion because we talk about sales all the time. It increased conversion. Sorry, we have a lot of messages coming in. It increased conversion up to a 50%. So 50% more kids helped because they felt that they weren't taking an action, but more of a taking an identity of being helpful and being a helper. And there are a few more examples within the change in words. For example, voter, right? When the word vote versus voter is used, that ER at the end has actually shown to get 15% more people to show up at the voting polls, right? So how can you get more people to raise their hand when you're doing a video? How can you get people to want to talk to you when you're on the phone with them, or when you are just out and about and all of a sudden a real estate conversation happens, right? What kind of words can you start substituting in order to get people to take action and for you to be more persuasive? So small changes and difference in small words that you can use across your social media profile, in your bio, conversations that you're having, are gonna make a huge difference. You may not get a full 100% difference, but even if you can increase your conversion ratio from, adding another 15, 20%, it still really helps you. Plus, if you start to get used to using these type of words, they're gonna get more and more common in your language, and you're gonna be able to convert more people and be ready all the time. And this goes back to what we talk about always, which is practice. We have meetings every Wednesday where we practice objections, where we role play objections, where we role play conversations. If you're not practicing every day and these conversations happen and these questions pop up and these objections pop up, you're not going to be able to go through that conversation. A lot of times, sometimes you get on a call, you have a conversation, a few objections were thrown at you, and then what happens? You hang up the phone, and then you start thinking in your head how many times or how many different ways you could have answered that question. When you practice objections and when you do it with people who are doing the same thing as you, who are like-minded like you're going to get better and you're going to be ready for those conversations. The worst thing that you want to do is being in front of an opportunity and miss it because you didn't know what to say. Knowing what to say is different from knowing what you do know, right? Think about it. You do know a lot about real estate, but the questions and the way you answer those questions and the way and the things that are in people's mind right now, it may be that you need a different approach in order to get more results. Being in rooms in communities like the one I mentioned, and if you want access to that, remember, go to join.realclosers.com, and you get access to that Wednesday meeting. You get access to a lot of other things as well. But being within that community and practice, and even if you're not with us, right, you could practice this with other agents. If you're going into an open house and you bring your loan officer with you, rehearse some of the most common questions that people come through with the open house. And the more you know, the better you're going to be able to handle those conversations. The next thing we're going to talk about is how you present yourself, right? Some of us are new, some of us are experienced, some of us have a lot of knowledge about real estate. But at the end of the day, is how you show yourself, which is going to be the difference between someone who is going to be able to get their message across versus someone who is just going to be not getting results at all, right? Think about it this way, and we're going to try to tie this into real estate. So showing confidence. We all know Donald Trump, right? Uh, whether you like him or not, uh, the way he talks, he's very assertive, and he's basically saying, this is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to do it. And these are the results we're going to get. When you're talking to a seller, right? And take it from a lot of different content out there, read some articles, listen to some podcasts. But when you sound assertive, for example, when you're on the call with an expired, and I've heard this many times, and I've heard this many times from a few agents already, how they come across. And what one of the things that they say is, or when they start the conversation is, I'm super confident that your house should have sold. If you allow me a few minutes, I can stop by and I can show you what I can do, right? Not what the other agent did different or what they did wrong, is what you can do and get that appointment. Being assertive, being, you don't want to sound cocky, although a lot of people that are like that will probably sound like that, but they do get the results that they want. So when you're jumping on the phone with a buyer, yes, I can help you. I'll connect you with the best loan officer that we work with all the time, and we can get your specific case worked out, your specific scenario worked out. We'll be able to support. Get that client. Do not put doubt into that conversation. So being assertive versus just wandering around the conversation is going to be the difference between getting results or not getting any results at all. So being able to show confidence is super important when you present yourself, whether you're doing it on the phone, you do it on video, or you do it in person, right? And of course, one of the things that we keep saying is video, 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 video. Take advantage of video marketing. Record yourself talking about a subject. Interview a loan officer. Interview a local authority in your area of work. Bring more value to your audience. Be confident about the fact that you know more than your audience, because at the end is one of those things that prevents us from taking action, is that sometimes we feel like we don't know enough, right? Google it. It's called imposter syndrome. And however, you have to think about it this way. You will have more knowledge than a buyer if you are in real estate. If you feel like you don't have enough experience, there's a lot of content out there that can get you that confidence. Make a few calls. If you don't know what to say, again, we have those weekly meetings where you can jump in and role play with us. Role play, role play, role play will build up that confidence. The more confidence you show, the more results you're going to get. Now, lastly, one of the things that I need to work on is filler words. When you talk too fast, sometimes you add filler words. Um, um, and it could come across as if you do not know what you are talking about. Replace filler words with pauses. Going back to video, we mentioned the fact that when you're doing video, sometimes you do talk too fast. We just want to get it done, and therefore we fill empty spaces or gaps with we're going to do this, we're going to do that, and it could come across as if you do not know the subject matter. Eliminating filler words within your language could be the difference, that where that message comes across with a little bit more power, right? So turn actions into identities, be more confident, eliminate filler words, implement this in different activities that you do as a real estate agent, when you're making calls to sellers, when you're making calls to buyers, when you're having conversations either on the phone or in person, when you are doing video. Go through your social media profiles, update your bio, look at what other agents are doing, and just copy it. We do have a document that breaks down how you can implement a better bio for things like Instagram, Facebook. where the right keywords are used for an agent. The right keywords are used for the message, for what you do. If you guys want access to that, just comment bio updates or bio, and we'll send it to you. The training today was meant to be short because we were supposed to get a surprise guest speaker today. We were going to tie in objection handling with persuasive language. Unfortunately, he was not able to make it. He had to go to an inspection today. We are going to try to get that within the next week or two. But if you do want to practice and you do want to role play, join us every Wednesday at 9 a.m. And if you go to join.realclosers.com, we do have additional support and additional content that can help your business get a little bit, better. Whether it's improving your social media, giving you access to scripts, giving you access to PDFs. Join.realclosers.com gets you a lot of that, as well as we are implementing a few courses that are meant to help you get better at the closing table. Listing presentations specifically, we are trying to convert the Real Closers community that we have into how can you become a better salesperson and how can you become a listing agent. You want to get more listings? Wednesday, 9 a.m. can get you that. You want access to support? That meeting can be that as well. There's a lot of questions that pop up right now, a lot of objections that tie into, I already have a listing, what do I do with it? I already have a buyer and he's not really moving forward with the process. I got ghosted. What happened? Wednesdays at 9 a.m. are really good meetings. And if you guys need support, again, go to support@houstir.com and we'd be more than happy to help. Just a couple more things with this presentation is, again, using things like, positive affirmations, providing social proof, different things that you need in order to continue to improve your social media image, your websites and lands. Like I mentioned, a lot of this stuff we take care of for you, being one of our agents. So let's figure out if you need any support. Let's figure out if you need any help and get with either Xiomara, Diane, Luis, and we'll be able to support. If you guys want access to this presentation, we are going to send it out. Just say presentation and we'll send it out to you as well. There's a lot of stuff that you can do right now to improve your business. There's a lot of things that you can take advantage of. There are a lot of content out there already that can help you improve your business. The difference between getting results or no results is taking action. So thank you guys so much for being here today. If you guys have any questions, please drop them in the comments. And otherwise, all right, sounds good, Lance. It looks like you're unmuted. You have any questions?
Right, thanks. Yeah, no, I just thank you, and I am part of the Real Closers already, so I'll be there.
All right, great. Have you gotten a chance to attend one of the Wednesday meetings?
Yeah, I was there yesterday.
How was it? What do you think
It
about
was
that?
great. I learned a lot. That was really good. So I'll be there from now on
Good, good, good.
for
And
sure.
just so you know, Alfred and I were working on a section within that little community. I say little because we went from our Facebook group with over 68,000 members to building the community back up within the Circle platform. And I think right now, over the last few weeks, we've been able to get up to almost 50, I think 50, 60 members in there now. And
That's
one of
great.
the things we're working on is a course. We just recorded our second video. We are recording our third, fourth, and fifth by the end of this week. And the video, what it does is, or the course is going to take you from, going to that listing presentation. The Wednesday meeting helps you get more listing appointments. The courses are going to help you. Okay, now that you got the appointment, what do you do? What do
Right.
you take with you to the appointment, to the listing appointment? What does Alfred do? And really take you through the entire process all the way until you can close that, you get that seller to sign the contract. Of course, you want that seller to sign the contract right there and then. And this is why the course is also going to include follow-up. So we'll keep you We'll keep you posted, Lance, for sure. Once we have that available, we are working on it. Alfred just got busy. I think that's why he's not here right now.
Yeah.
I think he's closing. He was at an inspection today. He was working with 5 different escrows. I think he closed an escrow last week. So he's busy, right? He's busy. So, uh,
Yeah.
we just submitted a few offers ourselves as well over the last couple weeks. We sent a couple. We have 2 escrows open, 2 or 3 escrows open right now. We submitted 3 offers on commercial properties over the last couple weeks. No, over the last couple days, I meant. So there's a lot of things. There's a lot of movement right now, right? There's a lot
Yep.
of buyers still. There's a lot of sellers already. Is, what are you gonna do different from, other agents so that you can get a little piece of that pie, right?
All
Um,
right.
Feel free to reach out, Lance. Let's schedule maybe a call. I'd be more than happy to jump on a call with you, maybe a Zoom. There's anything that you need help with. Also, probably expect a call from our broker, just to see how else we can support. Our goal is to help you grow your business, however we can do that.
Great.
All right.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, guys, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys being here. I don't know what the issue was. We weren't able to go live on the Facebook group, but we'll figure out a way to get us live next week. Have a good one, and we'll see you again next week. Have a good one. Bye.